These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Developing Friday, former state prisons director Charles Ryan sentenced to 2 years of probation on gun charges following a standoff with police at his home back in 2022. Ryan ultimately pleading no contest to a single charge of disorderly conduct. Our Nicole Grigg will have much more on this story ahead at 5. An important update now to a story we've been following for weeks. The state legislature officially passing a measure to move the date of the Arizona primaries and avoid election disaster. Once the governor signs the emergency bill, it will move the primary election to 2 weeks earlier in August. It'll give election officials enough time to mail general election ballots overseas and to military voters. Measure was needed after Congress changed federal law to require overseas ballots be mailed out earlier. In the state of education, the Paradise Valley School District voting last night to close 3 schools next year. The board approved the closures of Desert Springs Prep, Sunset Canyon Elementary School, and Vista Verde Middle School. District says it's because of declining enrollment. We're told teachers at those schools will not be laid off and that staff and students will now begin the transfer process. Uplifting Arizona and making a difference in the state of education. One Valley School District taking a unique approach to improving reading scores. 2 times a week at Whitman Elementary in Mesa, a group of AARP volunteers meet with students one-on-one and help them read. Mesa Public School officials tell us the kids are chosen based on being close to proficient. Hope is, of course, to get them above that. Students also stay with the same volunteer and build a relationship.
Reading is good because if you didn't know how to read, then it would be, you couldn't even read a book to your mom and dad. That would make them sad.
Yeah, students are tested before, during, and after taking part in the new program. Super Bowl's almost here, and while snacks are, of course, an important part of any watch party, health insiders are urging you to serve things safely. Perhaps the most important guideline, don't keep perishable foods at room temperature for more than 2 hours. It's also a good idea to get appropriate dishes to keep hot foods hot and cold foods cold. Jesse Garcia with the USDA also says don't take too long to get through your leftovers.
Keeping your food at 140 degrees or higher, or if you have items that need to be chilled, place them in bowls that are nestled and nice to keep them chilled. Leftovers are good for 4 days. On the 4th day, you got to decide if you're going to eat it, toss it, or freeze it.
Yeah, when in doubt, keep a food thermometer handy and don't hesitate to pop something back in the fridge or the oven. Help give kids the chance to play their favorite sport and learn lifelong skills by donating to the Second Chance Sports Gear Drive. Now through February 29th, your donation of new or gently used sports gear will benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley, helping club kids get access to the sports gear they need to practice at home and get the most out of their Boys and Girls Club experience. Bring new or gently used sports gear to any Earnhardt Auto Center location or scan that QR code on your screen to donate online. Your donation will help ensure kids can play the sports they love without cost becoming a barrier. Uplifting Arizona, the owner of a paving company putting work aside to give back to his snow-covered community today. Armando Mejia owns Highland Grading and Excavating. But after much of Arizona was blanketed with snow over the past few days, the Prescott family man turned his tractors into snow plows for the day, offering to clear the driveways of seniors in the area free of charge. A heartfelt effort, certainly worth celebrating.
It's super important, especially for a small community like this. You know, it's really important to be close. I mean, and just be a good neighbor and just be out there for each other. You know, just try to help out one another. That's what it's all about.
That's the kind of neighbor everybody loves, right? In just a few hours today, Mejia and his team were able to help 6 seniors clear their driveways. At least one tells us he hadn't left his house in 2 days. Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens, and we've got a storm coming in tonight and tomorrow, bringing more rain and snow to our state. As it pushes in, we get another blast of cold air as well, keeping temperatures more than 10 degrees below normal through the weekend. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. Will be an ABC 15 Weather Action Day. Best chances for rain between 2 and 10 a.m., anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch in parts of the valley, and that is going to favor the east and southeast valley for the higher totals. For the high country, the snow level levels down to about 3,500 to 4,500 feet, and the snowfall forecast coming down in Flagstaff to about 1 to 2 inches. Here's your forecast in the valley tomorrow. 40s in the morning, 50s in the afternoon. Isolated showers and thunderstorms possible in the late afternoon and early evening. And as we look at the next 7 days after tomorrow, we dry out and warm up. 60s back in the forecast Sunday and Monday, 70s next week.